Cast in a cage puts all heaven in a rage. And he who hurt the little wren shall never be beloved by men. The bleat and bark, the bellow and roar are waves that beat on heaven's shore.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, you all buzzard.
Make yourself comfortable in your seat and close your eyes. Take in a deep breath and begin to relax. I'd like you to take your attention to the center of your chest. We will call this your heart center. Now imagine in this center there is a ball of light, a small ball of emerald green sparkling light. And within this light there are sparkles of pink and gold. And this light feels warm and soothing. It's a loving light deep within your body, deep within you. And this soothing ball of light is beginning to expand. You feel it now flowing over your face, an emerald green, loving and soothing light. Let it flow over your shoulders, relaxing, soothing you all the way down your arms to the tips of your fingers. Still in the center, in your heart center, you feel this ball of light as it flows outwards, spreading over your body, relaxing the muscles of your back, flowing down your legs all the way to the tips of your toes. This beautiful light is flowing over and through and around your body, with the center of the ball of light still within your heart. Such a loving feeling, pure light of love, nurturing and soothing you and energizing you from within. A wonderful feeling. Relax and enjoy. And when you're ready, take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, just stretch out whatever feels good for you right now. You feel confident and strong, relaxed and free, and ready to enjoy the most wonderful day.
I so often hear people send the message like, thank God that's not me, when they see someone with a disability, or like, thank God that's not me or my kid. And that's sending the message that disability is equal to someone who is less than or broken or incomplete, and that's not the case.
Well, I have cerebral palsy. It affects me pretty much from the hips down and also just like fine motor control and things like that.
So I have Tourette's syndrome, which is a neurological disorder, which means I do movements and noises that I can't control.
I have cerebral palsy, as well as left hemiparesis and nystagmus, which means that my whole left side is weaker than my right.
I have a very aggressive form of lupus, and I have a blood clotting disorder associated with my lupus. And 4 years ago, I had a clot in my foot. And then this happened in over 8 months and 11 surgeries. This was the end.
I love having Tourette's. I love that I'm 4'7". I love my obsessive compulsive disorder. And I think that's the case that many of us have embraced our disabilities.
I've had my disability since I was born, and it's a part of me.
My brain is quick and witty and wildly inappropriate, and it also has Tourette's. And at some point, I decided not to just love parts of my brain. A lot of times I see kids staring at me. That's okay with me.
I welcome it. Kids are curious.
But what I struggle with is when a parent shushes them or quickly pulls them in the other direction.
When a child is hustled away from a person or hushed, it stigmatizes even just asking the question.
Because kids then associate disability with feeling ashamed.
And if they've never seen anything like this before, they're gonna look. And if they have questions, let them ask. There's nothing wrong with that.
So instead, I hope that parents say things like, how cool that we all move differently and walk differently and talk differently, more than just like normalizing disability, but celebrating it. We date. People with disabilities date, and not always other people with disabilities.
Just because I have a disability doesn't mean I have to be paired with somebody with a disability.
Direct message to everyone in my life, but if you're gonna set me up on a blind date, please have more criteria than this guy also has a disability.
Not every single person with a disability is in a wheelchair. I am not in a wheelchair. I've never been in a wheelchair.
If one more person calls me an inspiration after just meeting me, I'm gonna burn your house down.
We aren't inherently inspirational or brave because we are disabled, which is kind of the idea that people think about when they say that.
It's okay to call me an inspiration once you know me or know something about me, but genetics does not make me an inspiration. Let me earn that word.
There are people who are actually doing amazing, brave things out there, whether they have a disability or not.
But it comes across to a disabled person as, wow, I'm so happy that I'm not in your shoes.
I get a lot of strangers trying to help me up the steps by grabbing my arm or my waist or something, and that's extremely inappropriate.
You can say, hey, do you need some help? Rather than just either forcing my chair or ignoring me. It took me a while to actually call myself a person with a disability, but I'm a person first. Being an amputee is secondary.
I'd rather have somebody say I'm a person with a disability rather than being disabled because of the whole control and ownership issue.
I hear differently abled. Ugh, the word is disability.
I used to call myself like differently abled, and some people didn't like that, and I'm just like, but I am different. And they're like, no, you're not. And it took me a while to actually see that I was using very able-bodied terms.
It should be a descriptor, just like I'm right-handed, I have a disability. When we're talking about disabilities, I hear the word that we want to be accommodating, which is great, or we're working on tolerance. Nobody wants to just be tolerated. Like, I tolerated those 3 years my sister was learning to play the trombone. I tolerate going to the dentist. None of these things are things I like, they're things I tolerate because I know that I have to deal with. So there's such an important step in communities between opening the door to somebody with a disability and like embracing them and building a community with them in mind.